Hello, this is Teacher Jen and welcome to English 8. What type of words are these? Yes, these are modal verbs. I know that the word modal doesn't sound too exciting. But when you see what they are, you would understand that we use these verbs all the time. That is why we really need to know how to use it correctly. Today, we will talk about how to use modal verbs properly. Modal verb is a type of auxiliary or helping verb that is used to express ability, possibility, permission, suggestion, or obligation. Each modal verb can have more than one meaning, which depends on the context of the sentence or question. Let's start with expressing ability. We use can and could to show that someone has an ability to do something. We say, I can, she can, they can, etc. The same is true for could, which is the past form of can. Now, I want you to read the given examples. Great! Let's learn about expressing possibility. The verbs might, could, and may show possibility now and in the future. I want you to read the examples. Good job. Let's look at ways to ask for and give permission. Can, could, and may are used to ask for permission. Can is the most direct of the three. Could is more formal and tentative, and may is the most formal and polite way of asking for permission. Kindly read the examples. Good job. How about when you have to give advice or suggestion to somebody? How do you do it? Well, we need to use these modal verbs could and should. We often use could for suggestions when we are exploring different options. It is not a strong suggestion. Sometimes, you need to make your advice stronger to let the listener know that it's really important. So, in this case, he used the modal verb should. We also use modal verb to express obligation. Should and must are most commonly used to express obligation. Should is generally used to express someone's responsibility to fulfill an obligation. Compared with should, must is used to express someone's insistence on fulfilling the obligation. Please read the examples. Great! We also have will and would. Will is a modal verb used with promises or voluntary actions that take place in the future, while would is a modal verb most commonly used to create conditional verb forms. It also serves as the past form of the modal verb will. Kindly read the examples. Very good. So, here are the 3 basic rules to follow to avoid the common mistakes that are made with the modal verbs. Use the modal verb as is. Don't change its form and turn it into the present, future, or past forms. Don't add anything to it. You cannot add s, ed, or ing. If you need to use modals in the negative form, then use only not after the modal verb. We don't use don't, doesn't, didn't with modal verbs. Use the base form of the verb after a modal. Don't use to or the full infinitive verb to. Modals may be overwhelming and difficult to remember at first, but the more you practice, the more you're going to use them properly. Try to observe English sentences in books you read, radio programs, or TV shows. You will actually see that modal verbs are used all the time. I hope you have learned something today. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.